Welcome to another episode of Vinga Sessions. Today I've got a very, very interesting and very important guest with me. This guy watched me grow up. The first restaurant I worked at after high school, I worked at his restaurant, and you were a shareholder there, weren't you?
Quietly.
Quietly. Yeah. This is Darren Marx, everyone. A very inspirational and a person who's somewhat changed my life a little. You remember when you introduced me to Joe Dispenza?
Yes.
Yeah. Taught me how to meditate and just like, and how to actually just think, basically, and the power of the mind.
Excellent.
So Darren, how was the McGregor fight?
I knew you were gonna ask me that. It's too quick.
Too quick, right?
Yeah.
It was too quick. Yeah, it was too quick. I agree, but then it raises a lot of questions. The way McGregor kicked McDonald, was it McDonald or the cowboy? I think his name is McDonald. But anyway, the way he kicked him and his toes just touched him. I think he nicked him with his toes, and then the guy just. But then again, the way McGregor was hitting him with his shoulders, and the guy started bleeding. Probably that maybe distorted the guy a little bit. But one thing I like about McGregor, the way is the way he's got his mind, so focused, and
he's all marketing. Everything's.
But I don't think so. I don't think so.
He's got the gift of the gab, and in that industry, I think that's what you need. Look at Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
All the guys that shoots off their mouths. I mean, he can back it up, put it that way. But it's marketing. It's about money. He's a business.
But what about manifestation? Actually manifesting their words. Because words and thoughts have power, right? You said this once in a comment on Facebook. So probably, because when I listened to, because after I watched that fight, I immediately got obsessed with McGregor. I followed him on Instagram, and then I started watching him on YouTube and interviews, not fights. Now I was thinking, I want to know how he thinks. So I went and I found some interviews of him speaking, and the only thing he speaks about is visualization. How he read The Secret, I think, the book, and the key component that he took from that book was visualization, visualizing his future and what he wanted, and he made it work. Whenever he speaks, he says, I visualize this, and now it's happening.
Okay, so I mean, we've discussed this in length before at the restaurant, and it definitely is a key to someone's success. Not everyone, because a lot of people will visualize, and a lot of people can't visualize. But those that can visualize will probably have a better success in. There's one thing to just visualize, but you have to back it up with a feeling. What is the feeling? Well, they're like inner voices. It's like a belief, So you have an inner voice, or subconscious, and that is very important. Yeah. Because again, it also depends on your upbringing.
Yeah.
And I can only talk from my experience, really.
Yeah.
Where I've had parents that have been very supportive in anything that I've done.
Yeah. How was your upbringing? Let's start there. How did you grow up? Like you were just saying, I'm sorry to cut you off. Yeah,
no.
I probably just messed it up for myself.
No, not at all. No, so we'll open up. I come from humble beginnings.
Yeah.
Small town called North Dean. Stunning junior school, where we had lots of values and stuff installed from young. Great old school teachers, which I think the kids are lacking these days.
Yeah.
Everything's like you're brushed by the wayside, I think.
Yeah.
So a lot of little geniuses get overlooked type thing,
Yeah, there's no like traditional cultures and I don't know, like there's probably no traditional ethics and morals and like a proper cultural upbringing from back in the day. Is that what you're saying? That nowadays it's lacking?
Nowadays it's like you're a number now.
Yeah.
And yes, okay, the schools were smaller then because there was less kids. Even the diversity that we've got today. I mean, I was fortunate. I had the tail end, or the beginnings of it. Sorry, not the tail end, but I was fortunate enough to grow up also spending quite a bit of time in a small town called Underberg. My gran had a farm there.
Oh yeah.
So I've got a lot of I've got a diverse friendship with not a diverse friendship
from every race, culture,
every race and culture
background.
type thing. So what I'm saying is I had a portion of that. I wish I had had it longer.
Yeah.
Not that it's changed my outlook enough, but it's just I see my kids now, and it's actually something I can be very proud of, being South African.
Yeah.
That I think a lot of problems in this country is not seeing color.
Yeah.
You know, Max, I've got a diverse set of friends. And although him being Indian, I don't look at him and say he's Indian.
Yeah.
I look at him as a person. He is Max. You are Tawanda.
Yeah.
And Prawn is Prawn.
Yeah.
You know the people I know. So
yeah.
that is what I can say I'm very proud of, and that's happened in a very short space of time. Especially, I suppose that comes from schooling. So it starts at grassroots primary school.
Yeah. And how were you as a kid? Because you for the people that might not know it.
I was terrible at school.
Yeah.
I was terrible. I hated reading. I hated maths.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do art, and I was a musician.
Yeah.
I'm not actually born a musician, so from young I would play on my dad's guitar, play on my grand's piano, and that. I come from a musical family, so I was fortunate enough that I had parents that pushed me and believed, and very lucky that sent to piano lessons and that type of thing, and then went on 3 years and actually did music professionally for at least 10-12 years. And lived off it and did very well.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So you were a musician once?
Yeah.
What?
I've played with. We had a concert with Yvonne Shaka Shaka.
Yeah.
We've done collaborations with a lot of guys. Dan Kapuja. Sipo Hot Sticks.
Yeah. I think that's why you're so spiritual. I think music has a big factor in you, because you speak about this a lot. We spoke about it before about meditation and how, and the power of the law of attraction.
Yeah.
Right. And
you mean what you're capable of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
everyone is capable of. Anything.
Of anything. It's just a matter of actually tapping into your potential.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm going to jump forward, I'm going to jump back.
Yeah, it's fine.
You asked me about my humble beginnings.
Yeah.
So I was terrible at school, and I was fortunate enough to have parents that pushed me. Obviously did music and whatever like that, but I also had very hard-working parents that also came from nothing and worked for everything that they got.
Yeah.
And I had a mom that she didn't accept no for an answer, right? So anything and everything in her life has been go. She had to fight in a man's world, which I'm very proud of,
Yeah.
She's basically started from nothing, worked her way up through marketing at Lever Brothers, right up to being one of the directors. And then left there, did advertising with another company and conferences and that type of thing, and then went on to do her own very successful advertising below the line agency.
Serious?
Yeah. But
what was it called?
Initiative.
Okay.
Yeah. But having the backing of my dad, who was the first one to bring up the whole entrepreneurship, he took a big risk in. They both worked together initially at Lever Brothers, and then he decided he was going to join his brother and start an engineering business. So obviously he's the first one that led our family to believing we can work for ourselves and be a success. And he worked very hard. And I can remember the beginnings. It was tough. It was very tough. And
what was tough? Like what happened?
Just because you got to sacrifice. He's always working.
Yeah.
Monday to Sunday, late nights, and you, in the beginning, as a family, you don't feel the benefits. You really don't. There's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of suffering,
a lot of doubt.
We had sports that maybe he didn't attend, or maybe we were surfing, or there were sacrifices.
And sometimes you might not get that shoe you wanted for Christmas or something like that.
All of a sudden, and it didn't seem like it was forever. When you're young, things seem like they're longer, but all of a sudden, things started to like, hey, that was nice. Yeah. Let's go on a holiday here. Or all of a sudden you got a new soccer ball. Yeah. You started to feel it slowly, and then you had to ride the wave.
But it would be subliminal, I'm sure. It would be something that you're not like seeing, like paying attention. That it's because of that. You're still a kid.
When you're younger, you don't realize the importance of looking at your dad, getting up, going to work. And that is instilling in you a belief of, I can do it. You don't know it. Rather than seeing somebody just lie on the couch and do nothing. We were very supportive. And to watch the growth of his business, and then being successful, having enough money for my mom to leave, and then start her business. Yeah. And then she actually, in some ways, surpassed him.
So your father was he an engineer by profession? Or?
Yes. Yeah, that was his.
Okay. Along with your brother?
My brother.
Your uncle. Sorry.
Yeah. And then, so we all have our own businesses. My brother, then, he's a hydrographical surveyor.
Jeez, that sounds complicated.
Yeah, it's very specialized. He talks in figures this long. So I don't know.
Something that has to do with water.
Very specialized, and it's like tedious type work, but he loves it, and he's very good at his job, and he goes all over the world. But again, he works for himself. Now, you have to look at a family that's all self-employed. We don't work for anybody else other than ourselves. Yeah. So we must have done something right. Yeah,
so that probably, the entrepreneurial spirit must have been instilled in you from like that, from a young age, like from when your father decided that he wants to take the route, you guys followed suit.
Correct.
So that's really, it just shows how like you said earlier on, just tapping into we're all capable of something. We all have potential. It's just tapping into it. You know what I mean?
Having the belief.
Yeah, having the belief. And but then with you, it probably like seemed like a normal thing. Going into business.
For me, I would just want to say that I was again very lucky, and from young I've been very lucky. Be it scratching a lotto card or bingo or anything, choosing numbers, that type of thing. I've always had this luck.
Are you serious?
Followed me my whole life.
You mean like with lotto and bingo and
and it's okay. It's not only that, but it's just the word luck. It can be being at the right car at the right time. Could have been in that car.
Yeah.
And that luck has followed me, and that's what I believe. I truly believe I've been lucky, been blessed with a beautiful family, and there was a reason why I want to tell you this, but it's eluded me right now.
Yeah, but wait, I've also got a question about the luck. I don't believe in luck. I believe in intention and purpose. Like when you do something, you do it with the aim of, say, achieving a goal or an objective. Like luck for me does not exist. I think I believe in actually making things happen. I don't believe in actually like wanting to be lucky or I believe like things. Nothing happens without another thing making it happen. You know what I mean? I believe in that if something has to happen, there has to be something that makes it happen. But
it's intention.
It's intention, right? Yeah. Hence the law of attraction. If you if you want to build the biggest business in the country, you will have to work hard at it and apply yourself and sacrifice things in your life, and then visualize yourself having that biggest business, and you work towards it. You pull it towards you by working towards it and doing what needs to be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I believe anyone can have anything, and this is where luck comes into it, and that's why I'm going to use the word luck, because things have to fall into place. You start off with an idea, and if you don't believe in your idea, well, it's going to fizzle out. You have to really believe in what you want to sell, whether it's a product or a service, and I've explained to you before, the clearer you are with that idea. I mean, so clear that anyone could ask a question at any time and you can give an answer then and there. That means you're clear on it. Precise details, that kind of thing. You will achieve it. I have no doubt. And you never have to worry how it's going to happen. And that's where people get caught up in the how. Because they go, well, I don't have money. Well, I don't. And then they spend their life worrying about that. And then they get more of that. Yeah, exactly. Because now they're attracting what they're thinking about. Exactly. So be careful what you say. Choose your words. It is so important. It is. I can't stress that enough. It's true what you're saying, because people tend to think about things they don't want to happen, and that's what they get. And that's what they get. Exactly. Yeah. And how easy is that? You have to just turn it 1 degree and change. Also, be careful who you share your idea with. People can run away because you can be not as motivated as me, but the guy next to me is motivated. He may have extra money. I said, geez, that's a great idea. I'm taking that idea. Well, it's not patented. It's not. So be careful who you share your ideas with. You need to have a trusted network, like a mentor, somebody that your go-to guy. Like for a big while, Max was my go-to guy. You have to have not a full guy, like a backup. Anything happened, he could be my guy to just bounce stuff off. You have to get somebody that you can trust that's been successful. That way you've got something to gauge it against or gauge it on. So yeah. That, I've thought about that. I've just realized what I said about the luck. Yeah, tell me what was it? Is that being lucky? You'll have to edit this and put it back in. No, we can. I realized why I've been lucky is that my parents let me go like a wild horse. Because from young, I would, I'll tell you how I really started. My mom used to obviously be in advertising and stuff like that. So she always needed new clothes. You got to look the parts. You got to be in advertising, don't you? So she always had a stock of winter clothes and summer clothes. And she didn't want to wear the same things like repetitively. But we would then say we're going to recycle them or give them away, or not me. I phoned up a friend who knew a friend, and there was a woman called Yuhu. She used to come round every month, and I would trade my mom's clothes. You'd sell them? I would sell them. But so I started trading very young. Okay. But I make a packet out of that and then turn that into something else. And it went into a number of things. Buying bicycles, stripping the bicycles, reselling them to mates. I'd say to my mate, what are you doing with that? Can I have that, or can I buy it or something? Take it and sell it. And then it moved on to motorbikes. Are you serious? Motorbikes moved on to cars. Are you serious? So it started, is that like the first type of business that you ran at from young? So my dad saw the entrepreneurship in me from young, and that's why they said, okay, he's not so great at school. Just leave him. My dad always believed in me, and that's something again I'm lucky for. Because there's a lot of kids that go by the way because they don't have that. You don't know how powerful that belief is. Where it be even music. They were so supportive. They would fly to Joburg if I was playing in Joburg, fly to Cape Town.
Nice.
Always there cheering. Well,
nice.
That feeling to have the backing, and again, I'm going to use the word luck. That is lucky.
Yeah.
It's not your favorite word.
Yeah.
It's lucky. So, anyway, that's why I wanted to use that.
Nice. Nice. You know,
everyone's different.
Everyone's different. 100%. Everyone's different. So so what age were you when you started selling stuff? And
that was like between 10 and 12.
10 and 12. That was a young age.
Yeah.
So you're already starting to think about making a profit.
Well, I used to even sell his Coke bottles.
the old bottle ones.
Coke bottle used to get £1 for a Coke bottle.
Yeah.
But I mean, those days you could buy like, for $5 you could buy so much. I mean, and you'd get change.
Yeah.
Train tickets, newspaper, milk, bread, sweets.
Yeah.
And you'd have change.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then when did you start selling cars?
So cars was when I was at going into tech. So about 18 or 19.
So you were just after high school.
Yeah.
You started selling cars. In fact, probably you started when you were in high school.
Well, so it was the clothing first. Built up the money from that. And I mean, there was hundreds of things. It was like carts, skateboards, surfboards.
Yeah.
I used to trade anything.
Yeah. You're proper bread entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of friends that also used to travel quite a bit. So they used to bring back T-shirts. Then I used to sell T-shirts as well. And that built into selling bikes and cars. And then I just had a break because I started doing really well with the band. And we started touring and stuff like that. And just before I hit 21, we had a break in the band, and I decided I want to go to London now.
So you kept on playing even though you had your small businesses.
I still play. I played before I came here.
Nice. So what I was asking is that even when you were in high school selling all of the stuff, the bikes and the motorbikes and the cars, you kept on playing.
I played professionally from 15.
From 15.
Yeah.
So what's your first love, business or music?
Music. Yeah. You always make money from what you love, and I did. I was very lucky.
And just tell me about your music career. How did that go?
As far as I'm concerned, I had the joy out of it because I achieved what I wanted to achieve. Yes, I could have gone on and done more, but I think I decided that life is very tough.
As a musician?
It is very tough. Being on the road and
traveling,
and you sacrifice a lot. So I wanted a little bit of that, but I wanted family life as well.
Yeah.
And as certain doors were opening, I started to earn more money. It's like as you earn more money, you want different things. And then as you want different things, you have to earn more.
Yeah.
And then so on and so on.
Yeah.
But I've just been on a crazy journey. So.
Yeah. So you said, you were just telling me about London. You said you went to London when you were age of 21.
I went to London with my brother. And it's probably the best time of my life ever. We still reminisce.
Still young.
And it's just so carefree.
Yeah.
Not a worry in the world. You don't have to worry about rent, electricity. You don't have to worry about anything.
Why? Right? Was it because?
Well, I wasn't.
Where was the money coming from?
Well, I was working and traveling.
Okay. Were you making money from your music?
Yeah. Well, we took money with us.
Oh yeah.
And my brother was already qualified and he was working in his surveying business.
So he's older than you?
Yeah, my brother's 4 years older than me.
Okay.
And we traveled extensively, like for 3 months together, and then we had a bit of separation. I think it was 94. Yeah, we left in 94. I was 21, 94. And it's so carefree.
Yeah.
And just met so many people. And obviously, as you travel, it opens up your mind. The world all of a sudden becomes small. Whereas as you're growing up, you think, oh, the world's so big.
Yeah.
It's a flight away, And we're still in contact with some of those people that we met back then. And lucky again, what an experience. And I did play quite a bit there, but I just found that you had to pay to play there.
What?
Yeah, if you didn't get enough people to come to the club, the owner would charge you.
Oh yeah.
Like a penalty.
Yeah.
And you have to pay and hire your own sound. It's very difficult to get off the ground there.
Yeah.
But I made a lot of contacts, and there was a South African band there called Evoid. I played with them a little bit, and our music scene was just taking off. And I'm talking like, that was probably one of the best times of my life. I decided to come back, and then ended up getting a residency at the Balmoral Hotel, where they put us up. We lived in the hotel.
Oh, nice. Nice.
It was like real rock star stuff.
Yo.
Fed us, paid us, let us drinks for free.
Nice.
Yeah,
and then
that was a crazy year and a half. Crazy. Yeah. Obviously, then you end up getting groupies and stuff. Like crazy people that won't leave your room.
You're a proper celebrity back then. Yeah?
And then all of a sudden, like, we started doing original stuff and started doing well, and then we were touring, and it was just this massive explosion of bands from Durban. Squeal, Arapaho. It was crazy. Our band was called Breathe, originally called Skin Trade, and then moved on to Breathe as members came and went. And again, we were just looking last week at some old pictures, and I had lots more hair than do you know? But it's just strange. Like, I've got 3 kids, so they look at that now and they can't imagine me with long hair. And they're like, I look like an alien. Yeah. But I've had a couple of front page pictures and stuff like that. So I'm gonna bring it next time and show you.
Please.
Yeah, I've got a CD with a couple songs. And
so
I may even have something here that you can listen to.
What I'd be happy to listen to that.
Yeah.
What instrument do you play?
I play anything, but my main instrument is guitar.
Yeah. Acoustic or electric?
Both.
Yeah. My father's got one, but he plays like crap.
Okay.
He can't play. He was interested in learning, and then he bought a guitar. Went to YouTube, watched some videos for like a week, and then he threw it into the basement. He forgot about it.
Man, I'm telling you, I was different as a child. Yeah. And I used to just like lock myself away in the bedroom where other kids would be out playing. I'll be doing music.
Yeah, just pull the mic a little bit closer to you. Yeah.
I'll be locking myself away in the room where other kids would be out playing. So I knew what it took. I used to watch lots of self-help videos. Yeah. So where guitar's concerned, I'm self-taught.
You self-taught?
Self-taught on guitar, yeah.
Okay. But the piano, maybe?
Piano, I went to lessons for a year with Simon Kadachi.
Okay.
Bless his soul, he's passed away. But
sounds like a very prominent person in the music industry.
Yeah.
His name alone.
Well, he's the Kadachi brothers, so.
Okay.
And funny, he also came from humble beginnings. He was a bricklayer for my grandfather.
Ah, for your grandfather?
Yeah. My grandfather had a building company at, it was called Standard Builders. Yeah. Anyway, it was just strange that he was a bricklayer and then he an amazing musician. Yeah. Like, they used to play at Garfunkel's. And so I had lessons from him for a year. But he used to pull his hair out because my mother was forceful on me reading. I can read, but I'd say to him, Simon, listen, don't tell my mother, but please just show me. I need to play because I'm very impatient. Yeah. So he would show me, and he couldn't believe that I could pick up so quickly. Yeah. So I'd like leave the lesson and go home and be playing the song. And Mom was like, but I'd put music sheets up. I'd be like, Mom, check it, I'm reading. I'm just playing from sight, and memory. Yeah. And she'd be like, jeez. She'd be like, child. Yeah, you'd be impressed and everything. I wasn't reading at all. But
yeah. Can you read now?
I can read now, yeah. Slowly. I can't sight read, but I can read.
Yeah.
And my daughter's actually currently just joined a teacher. Because I wanted to do it properly now.
She could sing well. Last time I met her, I think she was probably 10 that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a voice of an angel.
So again, it's in the family, you know.
Yeah.
So let's hope that she has luck, because we believe in her, and we're just gonna repeat this, and then with her kids, she's gonna repeat that.
But it's not gonna be luck, because now you've obviously set the foundation for her. So that's intent again.
Exactly. She's already shown us that. We'll support her. Mm-hmm. She loves music. Mm-hmm. She loves acting. And now all of a sudden she's gone on to Accra dance. So, and she's won Accra and been selected for a national side. It's kind of like gymnastics, but it's acrobatics. Yes. It's crazy. You don't want to watch it. I feel sick watching it.
Yeah, with flying and spinning twice in the air.
As a father, I don't like watching it.
Yeah.
I keep thinking neck, shoulders, arms.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to pay, you know. But,
yeah. And then, so now tell me about business. When did you stop the music scene and get back into business?
Okay, so after I came back from the UK, I came back and I didn't go straight into music. Mm-hmm. In the UK, I was doing painting and renovation and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I thought, well, I did it there, I can easily do it here. Mm-hmm. And I found myself with about 4 guys painting 3-4 houses a week. Made very good money. Mm-hmm. And somewhere along the line, in about 2 or 3 years after that, I had like a little bit of a kitty. I met a designer, and I'd always loved clothing from the bands and stuff.
So, well, it all started when you used to sell your mom's clothes.
Exactly, yeah. But, being in the band, you always had to look different. And so the design part of it always interested me, because I actually studied graphic arts as well.
Yeah, nice.
And I met a designer, his name was Paul Botha, and we started a very successful business called Rough Tongue.
Rough Tongue?
Rough Tongue Clothing.
Yeah, they still around, aren't they?
Yeah, that was me and Paul.
What about, they're still around, aren't they?
Yeah.
There's a lady and a guy there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Paul's passed away, but we were the original founders of Rough Tongue.
And now I forgot the lady's name, but I know her.
Now I think Ludwig is taken over.
Yes.
He was Paul's designer later on, much later on.
Yeah.
So he doesn't come from our beginnings.
Yeah, so
it was Paul, myself in a garage with 1 lady and 3 machines. So I put up the money via my brother.
Yeah.
And did all the running around and what have you while I was still painting. And that was super successful for a little startup like that. I think under 10 grand, we had a raging business.
How much?
And we were okay. I can't recall exactly, but it's if you think a startup of 10 grand, I'm trying to think now. It was just on 2000 we started, because it was the millennium, right? I think our main customer was Idols. And we had a shop called Big Blue in Johannesburg that we started supplying. And we had like super success overnight. I don't know if it was the name or the angle that we were coming from. But it was such a collaboration because...
But how did you market this whole thing? How did if you think about it now...
Again, the network.
Yeah.
I've always stressed you've got to keep and use your network.
Yeah.
However big or however small. You
Yeah.
never burn bridges. I was just very lucky that through the music, I knew a lot of people.
Oh, yes.
So it's always A meet B.
Yeah.
And for me, I've got a memory like an elephant. My brother can vouch for that. I remember people from when I was 10 and what did they do? So you always have it at the back of your mind. And you call on people. Never be shy to call on a favor. And then... I suppose it's a responsibility to be able to deliver. And while I was doing that, my mom's advertising company was really taking off. And they did a whole lot of promotional wear. And it was, it's kind of case of buy and supply.
Yeah.
So
your
I didn't need funding.
Yeah.
They would basically put an order through. I would fetch, get it printed, deliver.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden my cash flow really picked up. So as your cash flow picks up, your shoulders get wider.
Yeah.
And you get more belief and again more confidence. And then your ideas grow.
Yeah.
And your, I'm not saying desires, but it kind of is, your desires grow because you start thinking, I want that car.
Yeah, now you start thinking
I can do that. I want that house.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get married.
Yeah.
So on.
How long did you have Rough Tongue for?
Not that long. About 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years. It to me it seemed very brief. But I was doing so many things at the same time. I never stood still, and I never stand still. I don't sleep.
Yeah.
I'm a night owl. You can ask my wife.
Yeah.
So my mind's constantly ticking because I'm thinking, what's the next big thing?
Yeah.
You talk to me, I will listen, and I'll be thinking, what can I make a business out of that?
Yeah, myself.
That's how I work. And I'm quite dangerous because I take risks. It makes people's hair stand, but to me, that's what an entrepreneur is. You take risks.
100%.
I don't look at this could fail. This could. I just say, I want to do it.
Yeah.
And
always looking at the positives.
Exactly. I'm the most positive person.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. No, that's what entrepreneurship is about. I agree. And then obviously your mom was helping you with advertising the brand and putting it on TV. Did you run any TV ads?
No, I didn't do anything. It's below the line agencies. So they were doing like print, marketing, that type of thing.
Yeah.
All in-store stuff, packaging.
Mm-hmm.
No, all the advertising that was given to somebody else, like Hurton Cards or I forget others. But the support that I got from them really did help launch me. And in that, I can say, again, building up my network, I'm now calling on those suppliers that I was using to do printing, buying t-shirts, caps, any promotional goods. So you start building up a name. So when you come by and you start saying, okay, well, I'm going to do my own thing now. Can you print for me? You get a bit of a respect. Yeah. Because you've been around, you're good for your word. Yeah. And because in this town, you're only good for your word. Yeah. And there's a lot of fly-by-nights, and that's where it's at. You don't put the money down, you don't get a help.
Yeah, true. And then what happened with at the end of the 3 years? Why did you decide to sell the business? I don't know. Did you sell it or what?
Paul had different ideas to me because he had been through the whole schooling of design, and that I'm self-taught. He got a bit frustrated that I'm a go-getter. So I just thought, I can do this. Yeah. And I literally was teaching myself because I had quite a good relationship with the machinist. Yeah. And I was like, I'd watch her and I'd be like, Pat, how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you put a zip? How do you do that? All of a sudden, I was designing my own jeans. Yeah. And literally, I just thought, I'm going to do this. Yeah. I'm really going to do this because it gripped me. And they'll always tell you, do what you love, and success will follow. Yeah. And that's literally what I did. 100%. Yeah. And again, parents said, boy, you want to do that? We'll support you. So that's literally what I did. I said, I want to do this for myself. And I came up with Skin Trade, because Skin Trade was my band. Yeah. I thought that would be a great label. Yeah. And I had very good success.
So after that, you went to Skin Trade?
I did Skin Trade. But it was almost like overnight success. With Skin Trade. Yeah. Because I've got an eye for detail. I'm a Virgo. So
Rough Tongue.
I think.
You think so?
Commercially. I've got an eye for women's clothes. So, I mean, at one stage I was the fastest seller in Big Blue in Johannesburg. Jeez. I'd like, stuff would deliver and be like, Monday it's gone. And they'd be like, oh, this is crazy. Yeah. We need more. Yeah. And I was like, are you sure? And I kept saying to my mom, I said, I don't know what I'm doing. Like,
or maybe what she's doing.
But I'm going to keep doing it because it's working. You know,
What do you think it was, though? If we just maybe...
to this day, I still don't know. I'll be honest with you. I actually thought my mom was going to Joburg to buy my clothes as like a help me. That is how crazy and ridiculous it was. Because, I mean, I knew my stuff was good. But I didn't think it was like that good.
That good, yeah.
And I had a very successful pants block, put it that way. So, I just used to repeat that shape and that style, just with different fabrics and different designs of it, but it had exactly the same shape.
What year was this?
This was 2002.
2002.
Yeah, that's when I started my own clothing.
Yeah.
And from that, I ended up meeting up with some Chinese guys, because now, you start needing more fabric. You can't just buy from haberdasheries and Grey Street.
Yeah.
You need big supply now.
But also, sorry to cut you off, but, just thinking about the fact that it was the beginning of a millennia.
Yes.
And such an incredible time in history of South Africa. I think that also might have had an impact in the growth and
100%.
of your business, because now you started having the black diamonds popping
100%.
up, and just like there was a new atmosphere in the whole country and a new sense of positivity and sentiment.
That's what I'm alluding to, is that unbeknownst to me is I had a massive black following in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
May it be through the name.
Yeah.
Or the styling. Might have been. But according to Big Blue's register, they would give you a graph every week on a Monday. You were emailed a graph, and they would show you the events and who bought what and what shop sold the best and the most, and it's all recorded, so I could see. And again, that's now then giving you belief to continue and saying, this is your game, this is what you're going to do. Self-taught.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. How much were you making a month? How much were you pulling in revenue?
Man, I went from I'll just thumbsuck some figures, but it was this crazy that I went from 30 grand a month to 300 grand a month.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
300 grand a month?
Yeah.
That's before expenses.
That was the jump. And you must think now, your lifestyle at 30 and your lifestyle at 300 is
obviously
crazy.
Gonna
You think you've arrived.
Multiply 10 times.
Okay. But in saying that, I met a whole lot of people while I was doing that.
Yeah.
And
you probably also met some people who are at that salary bracket.
Yeah.
You right?
But you just, the network that I built over those years while I'm going on my journey was incredible. To this day, I've still got all of them behind me, with me. And they opened doors that just were locked. One crowd I met, it was a very good friend, still today. He said to me, come, I want to take you to China. And I'd always heard of China, and I thought, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
And man, once I did that, it was, now you're on that next tier.
Yeah, yeah.
I was so gobsmacked on that first trip to China. I'll never forget that. I'll say anyone and everyone has to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's a gold mine if you've got a very good handbrake.
Yeah.
Because you can get lost in the availability very easily. So you have to have a clear idea of what you want before you go there.
Yeah. So are you talking in terms of the clothing
anything
business?
Because they've got everything there.
Yeah.
They supply the world everything.
Yeah.
From teacups to microwaves to
cameras to cell phones,
anything.
Everything, yeah.
Right, all gets made there. And I just saw too much in the beginning. I was so wowed. It took me about 6 months to digest everything that I'd seen.
Before buying?
Well, at that stage I didn't go there to buy. He said, just come and have a look and open your eyes. Now China, you only go to if you want volume. And I was moving to the volume market. Because, starting to supply designs and stuff like that. It was working and I was making fantastic money. But I had never had the opportunity to get into the bigger retail stores.
And that was the next
when
step.
I used supplying 10,000 versus 200.
Yeah.
It's a huge jump. You need serious finance, and it's another whole ball game.
Yeah.
But as I was opening doors,
let me just grab this letter from the producer. Yeah.
As I was opening doors, there were more people coming in, and the support was phenomenal. And I met up with another Taiwanese crowd.
Taiwanese?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So these guys were like, hey, we got the money.
Yeah.
You got the contacts.
Yeah.
We're going to back you. And again, I'm very lucky. Right time, right place. They had belief in me. They'd seen, they've heard. And they backed me. And we had phenomenal success.
And now
and I mean, I'm not going to talk figures.
Yeah.
But
but it was huge.
Is monstrous. And that went for a good couple of years.
And then when you look back at Rough Tongue at that stage of your life, and you look back and you're like, I'm glad I left him. That guy was not an innovator.
Yeah. Look, we each did our own thing. He had marginal success.
Yeah.
And I would never be able to comment on that because it's his thing. But I'm glad I left. It was the right thing. Yeah. You never see it at the time, but down the line, you're happy.
Yeah. And it seems like whatever business, it's crazy how when you were a musician, you had a lot of success. You know, when you're playing the piano, you had a lot of success, and then when you got into Rough Tongue, you made things happen, and then when you started your own brand, you had success there as well. What would you say would have been like?
Bro, it's hard work, and you just don't give. That's my motto. Never ever give up. If I can say that to anyone, I'll just say never ever give up. There will come a time on certain things where you say enough, but you will know. But if you like, I'll put that off for tomorrow, or it can be. It's so hard to comment other than just say never give up. I'm a diehard. One day we'll venture to that privately, and then I'll explain to you. Never give up. That's my motto.
I think you can explain it right now, briefly.
I can't.
You can't?
It's too personal.
Okay. All right, and then from Skin Trade, what happened then? What was the next big project?
Well, Skin Trade went on to the Chinese venture where they backed me and sent me to China. I was bringing in massive orders for finished goods and fabric. So that became like my next big thing, in amongst printing, starting my own printing business. Printing clothes. Didn't do too well. Listen, I've had successes, but I've also had a lot of failures. So, but you have to ride the waves with. You're gonna have good and bad. But
yin and yang.
I was doing so many things at that stage that when one was doing badly, the next one would prop up the other. And so I could bounce off each other. I was packing because as much as I was bringing in, I was having to pack and redistribute myself. So another whole business formed out of that as well. Then I had trucks, and I started doing courier services and a whole lot of stuff. And then I met up with Max. And Max basically not clipped my wings, but he put me in line. I was crazy.
Doing everything and anything.
I was just doing too much. I was going to actually burn out. And I did start to burn out. But that's just who I am.
What signs did you see that you were burning out?
Well, it's like I started getting a little bit sick and not looking after my health, smoking, drinking late at nights, because it's always entertainment. entertaining suppliers, entertaining buyers.
Yeah. De-stressing after a long day. You're thinking,
Living it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the I
lifestyle.
didn't have balance.
Yeah.
I was neglecting my wife.
Yeah.
You make sacrifices when you are on your own.
Yeah.
But at the time you tell yourself, oh, it's for the good. But if you look back, there's a couple of things I may have, not regrets, but I probably would have done differently. So health is key. Without health, what are you? You got nothing.
You're nothing. Yeah, that's the first thing that's important, is your body, and your mind, and your soul, right?
But as I said, I met Max later on in my life. I should have met him earlier. And
you think you would have been more successful if you met him earlier?
I don't know how to answer that, but maybe. In that he had different structures to me, where he played everything by the book, where
sometimes
I was just go. No, let's do that.
Yeah.
And he'd say, leave it to me, Marx. I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, especially where finance was concerned, because we had gone on to like another whole level where it was like monster finance, where we're bringing in 70 containers.
Yeah.
So you need your finger on the pulse with that. You can't be a one-man show.
Yeah.
And that's where I found it hard, is to let go. Control. I like to know, if I do it, I know I'm going to deliver. Where he was like, let somebody be employed and do what they do best. Let them worry about that. You worry about that. And that's my responsibility shrunk.
Yeah. So just to get this straight, is that, so before Max, did you have a team and people that were working under you as employees, accountants, marketing?
Well, I've always had that type of structure.
Yeah.
It's just I had 3 guys that I used to bounce stuff off and work with me, not for me,
not for you,
with me.
Yeah.
They would travel with me. It's horrible traveling alone.
Yeah.
So I would take a buddy, as such, which became a traveling partner.
Yeah.
And it's a guy called Nick.
Yeah.
And I learned a hell of a lot of Nick, because Nick was 10 years older than me. So it's always good to have somebody older than you to bounce stuff off, even if it's just company. It's that having that voice come back at you, where you're trying to do it on your own. You're talking to yourself. Yeah. And you often don't answer the correct answer. Yeah. So I was very fortunate to have a great bunch of guys with me, and they got the spoils of travel and everything paid for, and and I'm sure they enjoyed it.
Would they do your finances and your business, and
they would do the stuff that I just really didn't want to do. Book the flights, book the hotels,
administration.
Just stuff I didn't want to do. You know, I'd had so much stuff to focus on,
strategy and making money and growing and all of that stuff. Yeah. And
Nick was like, he was like my henchman, because he was this big, well-built guy that he looked very scary. You know? Because in business you need to get paid for stuff you deliver. And whenever I went anywhere, Nick was with me, and everyone would be like, "Is that your bodyguard?" And I'd be like, don't mess with me.
You don't want the Chinese sending the Yakuza now to you, and is it the triads or Yakuza in China? Triads. Yakuza
there's a mix. There's a mix.
As in Japan, I think.
Yeah.
So then you met Max, and then Max was like, you know what, Marx, you need a structure.
Because he was an accountant.
He was an accountant, so he was very systematic.
He's a numbers guy. He'd always be, I'm a numbers guy. Let me do the numbers.
Yeah.
And
how did you meet him?
He started dating my wife's sister, and also loved horses. So we had a lot in common.
Yeah.
So I introduced him to the Chinese, and he took over that whole account, because it started to grow to a point where you need a lot of technical knowledge to control mass finance like this, where I didn't have any of that background. You know, there's all sorts of stuff involved there.
Yeah. There's
technical stuff.
Yeah.
One thing in business, you have to have your finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
And although he would report back to me and tell, this is what's happening,
yeah,
we'd always discuss and then say, okay, this is the way forward.
Yeah.
But he would sort that out. So it's a huge burden to take off.
Yeah, off your shoulders.
So you don't have another thing to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that business did very, very well. We're employing 1,200 people in Isitebi.
Who is that?
And up the north coast.
Okay.
And unfortunately, due to certain circumstances, it got torched.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was in the paper. And basically everything came to a standstill. I lost pretty much everything overnight.
Jesus Christ.
So.
Yo, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But technically, I should be in a mental home, because I think a lot of people in my position would have just given up and just buried their head in the sand, and that I've just decided that that's the way things are meant to be.
Yeah.
And I've tried to pick up the pieces there. I've had incredible support, family support, my mom, my dad, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm saying is, you're going to get success and you're going to get failure.
Yeah.
They make who I am.
Yeah.
As a person. I wouldn't have reached who I am now.
Yeah.
If I just had gone on a...
Exactly. It's a journey.
Yeah.
And it's been interesting, I'm sure. Like, just listening to it.
It's a very condensed version, but
yeah.
I'm trying to keep it short and sweet for you.
Yeah, and like, it's like, for me, that's you're probably going to rise up again. You're probably still on the rise.
Definitely.
At the moment.
I never give up, I told you.
Yeah,
that's
you don't give
motto.
up. You probably got a business running at the moment, right?
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah. And for me, that's like, I would say, the ultimate entrepreneurial journey. Going up, and being on top and having everything go well, and then going down again, and then starting to build up again. I forgot who told me this. Was that, I think it was DJ Smooth. So DJ Smooth said that, you see, if you're a proper entrepreneur and you make say $1 million in about 5 years, and then you lose that $1 million, or you lose that $2 million, it will take you less than a year, or less than 5 years, or less time than it took you the first time to make it back. Right? That's a proper thoroughbred entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And this whole journey of going up there and building this massive machine of a business, and having all the spoils that come with it, and then losing it.
Exactly.
It's
a lot of people can't cope with the loss.
A lot of people can't cope with the loss.
Yeah.
But
it's actually humbling.
But then again, business is meant to be fun, right? And it's like a sport. Now, when you lose it, you're like, damn it. Now these other guys are beating me in the sport. Now let me try and catch up again. It's like you get injured. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, I might be looking at it from nobody. It's not nice losing money.
No.
But it's like, it's just one of those things.
But it's another lesson that you have to learn.
Exactly. Yeah. It's another lesson that you need to learn.
I think I've said before to you that part of the journey is learning loss. Because if you only get success, how are you going to learn? Most millionaires make it, lose it, make it, lose it, make it, lose it.
Yeah.
And eventually keep it.
Yeah.
Because by the end you think, I don't want to do what I did last time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this is not from my doing.
Yeah.
So it's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That I did everything right.
Yeah.
Even with putting money away.
It
wasn't good enough, because everything just got lost literally in 3 hours.
Yeah. But like you just said, there's a lesson to be learned there, and I'm sure it's something that has taught you something. But what would you say is the most, like, I don't know, what would you say is what lesson did you learn from that, or Or what advice would you give me in terms of?
Okay, if you ask me now, versus then, am I successful? Am I wealthy?
Yeah.
And now I can honestly tell you I'm wealthy. Because I understand what wealthy means. It's health. It's family. It's not just having monetary things.
Yeah.
And it's having, I'm having fun again. Whereas I was go before.
Yeah.
Wasn't worried too much about my health then, and I neglected. You got to do exercising. You got to keep up. You have to do that. Otherwise you just burn out.
Yeah, you need to make sure.
Because I'm an night owl. I don't sleep that well.
Yeah.
Sleep is the most important thing that you can do.
Yeah.
It's no good partying until the early hours of the morning.
Yeah.
And then you got to get up at 8 o'clock for a meeting, and you look like hell.
Yeah.
Eventually it's going to catch up with you.
Yeah, but it's just, sorry to cut you off. It's crazy how, as an entrepreneur, this sleep sometimes is something you despise. You know, sometimes I hate sleeping. I'm like, why do I have to sleep? If it was up to me, I always say to my friends, I wouldn't sleep, and I probably wouldn't even eat.
I only sleep. I only sleep to dream.
Yeah.
Because I find late in the night is when my creative thoughts are happening.
Yeah.
Always. Wherever I've had like a humdinger, it's been 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I've got a couple of mates that I can bounce off, and I'll pick up the phone even at that
3
time.
o'clock.
They'll answer me, and one is Justin. Justin, it's for another time. This is my cage fighter, Justin.
Yeah.
Also come from humbling beginnings, and it's done super well.
Yeah.
Also from kind of mentoring while I was coming up. I was going to bring him today, but I thought, next time. We'll do it next time.
Yeah.
And just so he can vouch for some of the stuff that advice that I've offered him, and he's taken that advice and he's implemented in his businesses. Where I just gave him the tiny little seed, given him a little bit of belief, and he's followed through.
Yeah.
And it's paid off.
Yeah.
I think belief is probably key. You
You
have an idea.
Yeah.
You need to believe in what you're going to sell or what your service is. Exactly like what I told you.
Yeah. Before we actually started rolling the cameras. So what's the most important factor to success, or quality, or like the most important thing that you think is important for every entrepreneur to possess in their character?
It's not going to just be one item. It's diligence, professionalism, and honoring your word. I think has got to be up there with the top 3.
Yeah.
Other than that, what have you got? It's people will look at you and they take you for your word. Especially if you have to deliver on major deadlines and credibility.
Yeah.
If somebody's going to lend you 30 million, they want to know, is my money safe? Because what have you got to back it up if you don't make it?
If you don't make it, yeah.
How are they going to take their 30 million back from you?
Exactly.
And so on. So
Yeah. No, I see.
And think big.
And think big, eh? Always.
If I say to you, how much money can you think of right now? How much can you think of?
Well, at the
realistically,
I'm thinking 1 million. And I know what you're going to say. So
what's wrong with putting 2 more notes?
I knew you were going to say that.
Exactly.
I knew you were going to say that.
Think big, because you will shock yourself. You can make things appear. You don't have to know how. You just think big. Always believe in your dreams.
Yeah.
Choose your words.
And it's all a mental game as well.
100%. Your inner voice is so crucial.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about about as my producer giving us some more. We've got 10 minutes to
okay, wrap it up.
Yeah, to just talk about the mental aspect of success.
Okay.
What do you think is an important like spiritually, something that we need to practice in order to be.
You mean like having a mantra, or?
Not really, but like it's success is caused by hard work, by putting in the work and all of that, but also being in a good mental state, like being in a good mental state, and also doing things in your mind and in your spirit that are actually going to attract the things that you want, like for like visualization, for instance, visualization, believing, like you said, and
I think it's to not complicate. Okay, it depends on what we're talking about. How long is a piece of string? So if you had an idea, everything's going to start with an idea. You'd have to, again, be clear on what the product is, what the service is, and just keep adding to it, and have goals.
Yeah.
Short-term goals. What is your short-term goal? Medium goals, long-term goals, and stick to them.
Yeah.
And see it through. Most people end up procrastinating.
Yeah.
And they never get anything done.
Yes.
And then we spoke about it earlier on. Is that it's just then hot air. It's something you just spoke about.
Exactly.
But if you start, as long as you're moving forward,
yes, 100%.
the world's your oyster.
Yeah.
And you will pick up momentum as you're going along.
Yeah.
And you'll pick up belief, like I've said, where I've started, and as you're going along, you feel the success.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff comes from feelings, because that's created from what you're thinking.
Yeah.
So I think the feelings is part of the belief. You have to have belief. Without belief, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's
and a thought that's not backed up with feelings is not powerful.
Yeah.
It's useless.
You can have like morning, I don't call them morning mantras, but they are. They can be like things that you say to yourself every single day. Be thankful. Be grateful for what you've got.
Yeah.
Being grateful alone can open doors.
Yeah.
People also feel your gratefulness.
Yeah.
By thanking them.
And meaning it.
And when you call on somebody for help, if you really genuinely are thankful for it, they'll help you again.
Yes.
Because you're not a burden.
Yeah. And also, I think being thankful and grateful and all of that stuff, and just being, like you said, being just thankful for everything you have, even the smallest things, your family, your house, your clothes.
For a compliment. Or
it also puts you in a positive state of mind.
Exactly.
And state of spirituality, right? State of, you just feeling positive.
It's the hardest thing, is to stay positive.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have so many doors slammed in your face. And that's where most people give up.
Yeah.
But it's like, again, like the law of attraction, the grass growing up, and then you lose belief, and then the grass grows down.
Yeah. Yeah.
You cannot stop.
Yeah.
It's a continual. I'm learning. I'm learning still now.
Speaking about that, about now, what you've watched my previous podcast before, so you know what I mean by when I'm going to ask you, what's your obsession currently? What are you obsessed about right now?
In my personal life, or
in your business life, in your personal life, in your professional life, you know what I mean by that, right?
Yeah.
What do I mean by that?
What am I obsessed with right now? I'm obsessed with. I can't make a decision on my new venture, because I've got like a couple of. I've got a couple of ideas. Yeah. And I have got to pinpoint one of them and say, right, that's the route I'm going.
Okay.
And, because I'm not getting younger, but I'm feeling like this time I can't have too many rods in the water.
Yeah.
It has to be one, and I have to focus on it. And I'm just the type of person that it's been so difficult to narrow it down to say, right, that's one business that I want to do, because I don't get bored, but I kind of do.
Yeah.
So it has to be something that's creative. It has to be something that's going to stimulate that creative juices in me. That's,
Yeah.
you know, I'm kind of toying with a kind of restaurant.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm not sold, you see. I'm not convinced.
Yeah.
When the penny drops, then I'll. But that's where I'm at.
So at least you told us what it is. Do you want to maybe just whet our appetite a little bit more? Where's it going to be? What's the name?
It's going to be close to where I live, which is out of town.
Yeah, Hillcrest.
Yeah. Hillcrest way, but it's going to be a very, very nice collaboration.
Yeah.
Where it's like design, health, barber.
Yeah, barber. Like hair.
Yeah.
And shaving.
Barber.
In the
proper from.
Can't be now in the restaurant because now that's like hygiene and all that.
Yeah, but you have to understand the setup and that.
Yeah.
Next time I'll show you.
All right.
And also a collaboration with my uncle.
Yeah.
Who does cycling, and he rebuilds vintage bikes. So that's, I'm not allowed to say too much, but that's what's coming. It's in the pipe.
So
it's happening.
You're gonna be selling these bikes.
Yeah.
I'd want to have one.
He then collects them and then refurbishes them to look brand new. He's unbelievable. He's so meticulous with all the fine details and stuff like that. And that's why everyone loves him. And he's very well known in this town. I can't even say where he works, but
okay.
So yeah, it's centered around lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, health.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah. Yeah.
And might be a little bit of vegan food thrown in there.
Yeah. Are you not?
I'm not vegan. My wife's vegan, but I cook vegan. So.
Okay. All right. You know, speaking about the restaurant industry, there's a guy called Dave. What is his name? He owns Cafe La Plage. Have you been there?
I haven't.
You haven't? What?
Yeah.
But you've heard of it, obviously.
I've been out of town for a while. So.
But that guy he's a very, very good entrepreneur, and I want to have him. In fact, I will have him on the podcast.
Well, I'll be sure and watch that.
Yeah, you definitely have to, because he has, I think he's built, in my opinion, the best restaurant in Durban.
Where was it?
At Mklanga by the pier.
Okay.
So it's very beautiful. It looks nice. Everything is.
Wait, Taruma is all that.
You know where Casablanca is, and
I don't often venture down there, but I know
across the street from, there's a club there, just across the road, just on the corner there.
Cottonfield, I think it is.
Across the street from there, and he's got like a VIP parking where there's Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, BMW 8 Series, and all the best cars.
All image.
Yeah, like the Jags and all of those nice cars. So if you're not driving a sports car, you can't park there.
Okay.
So you can see by the level of just.
But
like
what happens if I'm just driving a basic Toyota?
And you've got the money in the bank.
But my car's at home. My good one's at home.
Well, you got to park it.
Book by its cover.
Yeah, true, right, 100%. But you got to understand what this guy's doing. He's setting the bar so high, and even in his actual bar, don't mind the pun. In his actual bar, he's got like the most expensive whiskeys there, and so he's attracting like the celebrities and all these guys that have the money to spend there. And his menu is quite pricey as well. It's got an open kitchen, but everything is quality.
How's the taste?
It's good. It's good. The taste is good. I think he specializes in French cuisine, if I'm not mistaken. He is kind of French. His surname is Dave Manal, I think. Okay. Dave Manal. Yeah.
Doesn't sound French, but.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know. I'm not French. But yeah, he's doing very well. I like, you know, funny story, right? I used to work there. So after I left Capers, I went there. So I went to Mklanga, and I had like 10 CVs with me, and I went to 10 places.
I remember.
I went to 10 places, 5 accepted, 5 said no.
Yeah.
Or they were like, okay, give us your CV. By that, I just knew that, these guys are not going to take me. The other guys were like, come tomorrow, because I was so good. I told them what I want, and they were like, okay, you know what, you need to start right now. Some of the guys were like, start now. I'm like, hey, I'm not dressed for it. And then I had to choose now. Now the ball was in my court. I was choosing which restaurant I wanted to go to. And his one was so flashy. It was the best looking one. There's a band over there. The guy's got a studio inside the restaurant.
Okay.
It's so nice. It's the open kitchen. You can literally call the chef and tell him what you want for the day. You can prepare something that's not in the menu. So if you feel like chicken, you can tell him, hey man, I feel like chicken. Just make it this way and that way. You're like, all right, don't worry, I got you. So anyway, when I worked there, I quit, not because of the working situation or the standard of treatment there. I was just so inspired by his entrepreneurial spirit. You know, I was inspired by the way he built that machine of a business. You know, that beautiful restaurant. I was like, man, I can't work for this guy. I wanna be like him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, then everyone's gotta have that. Not a mentor in that way. Like, or, you know, you set your level of where you want to, or what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
And that's a great start. You have to have somebody that you look up to.
Yeah.
Not an idol.
Yeah.
But kind of, you want to be that, because then that's the bar that you're setting for yourself.
Yeah.
And if you believe in it, you will reach it.
Yeah, 100%.
And all of a sudden, you'll surpass them.
Yeah.
And you look back and you think, what was the big deal? Really? But
Serious?
now, you need to have the next one.
Yeah.
Who do you look to after that? It's the same with being a president.
Yeah.
They want to be president, they become president. Imagine after that how they fall flat, because what do you do after being a president?
Exactly.
Or even of the US or South Africa or whatever. What do you do after that?
Yeah.
It must be such a anticlimax.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't touch on that, but that's the kind of thing that I was talking about throughout my success.
Yeah.
Wanting to have horses or certain cars or something like that. And when you get there and you think, okay, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
But it's the journey that's always the fun and the ride. You know, that's what you enjoy.
Yeah.
The getting there.
Yeah. You know. I know I haven't made a lot of money, but I can tell you now that at first it was about the money, but back then, like 4 years ago, I wasn't making nothing, and then I wanted everything. I was thinking to myself, you know, once I start making about like 5,000, which is like small money, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy that diesel shoe. I'm gonna buy that.
Yeah.
You know, then I got to making a small amount of money. I was like, I don't really want that. I want to save and buy something else.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I want to buy
save.
You know, save and now it's about, I'm thinking a little bit bigger, M4. So to you probably it's nothing. I want to buy an M4. That's my in fact I will buy an M4 in about say 8 years. And when I'm 30, I'll be driving an M4, black leather seats.
I believe you.
You know, I know the perfume that my wife is going to be wearing in the car, the dress, the conversation.
There we go.
You know what I mean?
I know
everything. Yeah. So yeah. One thing I want to just say before we end is what I'm obsessed with right now. The viewers are probably going to be thinking, another obsession. Every episode you got a different obsession.
You can have hundreds. It doesn't matter.
But then the thing is, you know, it's something for me. An obsession is what is like growth.
Yeah,
it's an aspect of myself, or my personal development that I want to master and be good at, or maybe not master but be good at, and then pass.
So an image.
Not really an image. Like it's maybe, let's say I'm a bit impunctual. You know, I come to work a bit late, and I start my day later, and I say to myself, you know what, Tandy, you need to be earlier. So work on that. You know,
okay.
Or I think I say to myself, you know what, my negotiation skills are not very good. So let me.
So you're working on your strengths then?
Yes.
Okay.
At the moment, it's just working harder and being what's the word? And being being a high performance individual.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. You know what I mean? I just want to
100%.
work hard and not waste any time.
You
and
don't
all
have to
that
beat
stuff.
yourself up. I mean, stuff's gonna come as you grow. Stuff will, it'll be shown to you. Everything will be shown to you. Anything and everything that you need.
Yeah.
If you focus on what you want, everything will be given to you. All the tools are there.
Yeah.
You just have to have the R's, and that's when I say you actually have to have the luck to recognize luck.
Yeah.
If you have the R's, a lot of people get luck and they don't recognize it, and it passes them by the way, and say, "Oh, should have, I should have, I could have, I would have."
Yeah.
No, you have to take it with two hands and run with it. Doors will always open. You just have to recognize it.
Recognize it. I think that's a good way to close the
Sweet.
podcast or the
And
episode.
since this is my first podcast, I need to give you something.
Yeah.
Because this is something I gave my mate Justin.
Yeah.
Well, something very similar to this.
Uh-huh.
And that's my gratitude stone.
Okay. All right.
It's called a Tiger's Eye.
All right.
So I'm going to tell exactly what I told him, in that you keep that in your pocket. And if you can constantly go to it whenever you feeling negative or feeling a bit down or, you know, things are not going great, you just hold that and be grateful for anything.
Yeah.
And you'll see how everything will just melt away.
Okay.
It's a simple thing. Every night you go to bed, you put it next to your bed.
Yeah.
It will become part of your persona.
Yeah.
And you can phone Justin right now,
Uh-huh.
and he still has that rock with him because he uses it. It's just something that you just hold on to, because it's something you can touch. It's not just a saying.
Yeah.
It's something that you literally can hold. Like if you lose it, you start to even have like a panic.
That panicking.
So that's my gift from him.
So where's your one?
Mine's at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you also have one. Now, thank you very much,
Yeah.
Darren. I really appreciate this, and I'm gonna definitely not lose this.
Sweet. We'll see you next year when I call it out and say, let me see.
Don't worry. This is not gonna. I'm not gonna lose this. It's gonna
Sweet.
stay in my position all the time. And in closing, where can people find you on social media?
Well, I'm on Facebook. I don't even think I've got a Twitter account or anything like that. It's
Yeah.
just, I'm around.
Yeah. Okay.
Watch the press. I will let everyone know once we've done our finals, and obviously I'll let you know when we're doing the launch, and then I'll fill you in
of the restaurant. Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to be a very brilliant restaurant. You know, I know you very good when it comes to the kitchen and in business.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be something that I want to see grow and
Cheers.
launch, and I want to eat there.
You can come park your Ferrari out of my place. How about
Well,
that? Start that trend.
in about 12 years, 12, 15,
Yeah.
20 years.
I think 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Short, medium, long term.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Darren.
Sweet. Thanks for having me.
And that's a wrap. Thank you guys for watching. If you've watched this whole podcast, this whole episode, you've probably been intrigued with Darren, and you've probably just been enjoying listening to his stories of success and failure, and of entrepreneurship. You know, I really just enjoyed listening to you, man. And there's so much more that I think that you didn't actually talk about. There's plenty that like the mental health and meditation,
Exactly.
spirituality. It's all a big factor of entrepreneurship and growth. Even maybe you didn't know this when you were in business as a youngster, but when you think of it, some things that you were doing back then were some spiritual and mental things that maybe might have helped you, right?
Yeah.
We might just end up going and talking for the whole night. So I have to end it now. Drop a comment below and just tell us what really resonated with you in this podcast, and anything else that you might want to know with Darren. Me and him are definitely going to continue with this conversation in the comments below. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Got this feeling in our souls we carry. It's about to be